Good morning, artists. Mrs. Langless here, and we are coming back to our monster project this week. If you haven't had a chance to trace the monster that you made last week, make sure you go ahead and do that to make your lines really stand out. You can use a dark colored crayon for that, or a black marker like I did here. Now, one of the things that I like to do before I move on to color is to actually get rid of any pencil lines first that might be left behind after tracing. So you can see right here that when I traced the mouth, I went off track a little bit and I ended up making my mouth a little bit wider here, which is okay. I just need to get rid of that line. So if you take a look around your drawing, you can maybe see some spots where you need to erase. And you don't have to use a big eraser like this. You could use the eraser at the end of your pencil, whatever you have on hand. So I'm just going to give it a quick erase to kind of clean up my lines here. And then what's really cool is that it's almost, once you've traced it, it's like a coloring sheet. So it gives you very definite shapes and lines so that you can stay within it. I'm noticing on my eyelashes I have a little bit more. All right, I think I am good to go. Now, you can really use whatever coloring materials you want to finish your monster. So please feel free, to use crayons. That's what I'm going to start with today. Colored pencils, markers if you'd like. I'm going to use crayons because eventually I'm going to paint the background, and I want all of my crayons to still show up. So I'll have that resist effect that we've worked on in the past. I also like crayons because they give you really bright, smooth, and bold colors. So speaking of bold colors, bold means that it's really kind of jumping out at you. So for our monsters today, I want you to think about making choices that are just as crazy as your monster, okay? So think about color combinations that you wouldn't necessarily put together, like maybe, an orangey yellow and a pink. That is a great color combination. Two colors that really don't necessarily go together, but that will make each other stand out. So what I'm going to do is show you a couple of coloring techniques here, and then I'm going to show you some finished artwork so that you can then go get started on your own. So speaking of that pink and yellow combination, I think I'm going to start with that one first. So what I'm going to do is I have a lot of these really wonderful patterns around my creature here. So I think I'm going to start first by working on the feet here. And you can really start wherever you want. I think I'm going to end up making my monster green, so I'm going to plan to leave that spot for that color. So I'm going to make, I think I'll make yellow spots with pink legs. So really kind of wild and crazy. And I'm going to start first by coloring in my spots. Now, what I want you to try to do is work on rich and creamy coloring. So to do that, you're kind of pressing down, putting a lot of pressure on your coloring material so that you're getting rid of all the white. And in this particular situation, I like to start with the smallest areas first. So with my little yellow polka dots here. And then I'm going to come back with my other color. So again, I'm going to really press down. Now, one of the things that I like to do to keep myself on track with not going outside my lines is a lot of times I will just outline around the area first that I need to color. So I'm just kind of making a little outline around in these areas. All right, so I sort of traced around, and then I can come back and it's easier to fill in those smaller areas. All right, nice. So I'm really liking the way that color combination looks. Let's do another one. So I'm gonna keep these to the side for my other leg here, and I'm gonna come up with another combination that I think will work really well. I think I'm going to use this sort of red-orange, so it's a dark orange, and then this sparkly metallic turquoise color I really like too. And I'm just going to peel that to make it easier. So remember that crayons that don't have a point on them, you still can use them, but sometimes you do have to peel off that top layer so that you can color with them. So I'm going to start now by, let's see, do I want orange arms or do I want turquoise? I think I'm going to make orange stripes. So I'm going to start with the smaller one first, and I'm just going to, again, press down hard. And so really working on nice, careful coloring in this project. Getting rid of all of the white. Back and forth until you see it all disappear. Then I can then come back with this. Oh, I really love that color combination. That is awesome. Maybe I'll end up making my whole monster this turquoise color. I kind of like that. All right, now this is a spot where I'm going to trace around to help keep myself on track. Sometimes it's hard when it doesn't have a point on it to get into those little areas, so you kind of have to slow yourself down. All right, now looking good. Okay, so I'm going to continue to color my monster and work to finish it. So I want to show you some finished products here. There is the beginning of that one. Here is one that I'm working on right now in one of my kindergarten classes here in person. You can see he's got like rainbow spiked hair here, which I really liked, kind of bringing in our work with our rainbow as well. Here's another one of my little sleepy aliens. This one to me looks more like an alien than a monster. Maybe it's both. And what I did with this one is, after I finished actually coloring it in, I painted the background. So feel free to get out your paints when you're finished and add some beautiful colors to the background. Here's my other monster. Okay, just a couple more. This one's got some really nice patterns with the red and green. He's got many eyes. All right, and there is the one that we started with. Big green monster. All right, guys, have fun with this. Do your very best coloring, really working on getting rid of all your white in this project and making your color choices really kind of wild and bold so that they jump off the paper. When you're finished with your artwork, don't forget to share it back with me so that I can see these amazing monsters. Thanks so much for your hard work, guys. Hope you have fun with us. Take care.